hearing. Honorable members of the committee, colleagues from the Department of Public Works and Highways, esteemed colleagues, friends from civil society organizations, and to the Filipino people closely watching today's deliberations, good morning. I stand before you today with a solemn sense of responsibility and resolve as we examine the proposed 881 billion peso budget for the Department of Public Works and Highways under the 2026 National Expenditure Program. Our mandate: to build resilient infrastructure, ensure public safety, and uplift communities has never been more critical and more urgent. In the wake of devastating typhoons and intense monsoon rains, flawed or incomplete projects have caused immeasurable human suffering and disrupted lives across the country. This year's allocation of over 249 billion pesos for flood control has come under intense scrutiny, triggered by alarming revelations of ghost projects, substandard execution, and over-concentration of contracts among a few entities. Isinuwalat mismo ni Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. na ang 10 probinsya na may pinakamaraming flood control projects ay hindi tugma sa 10 probinsya na may pinakamatinding pagbaha. Ibig sabihin po nito, hindi nakatuon ang mga proyekto sa mga lugar kung saan kinakailangan ang mga ito. This is particularly concerning to me as representative of the 1st District of Nueva Ecija, because despite our province of Nueva Ecija being the second most flood-prone province, Nueva Ecija is not even close to being in the top 10 of the provinces with the most number of flood control projects. I think Nueva Ecija is in the vicinity of around 18th or 20th. So the question is, how does the DPWH determine where funding is allocated? Today, we will seek the answers from DPWH. Lumabas din nitong mga nakaraang linggo ang mga nakikitang posibleng anomalya at mga problema sa iminumungkahing budget ng DPWH para sa taong 2026, batay po sa mga natuklasan ng House of Representatives at ng Senado. Among the potential irregularities found in the 2026 NEP include, first, projects that appeared in the 2025 GAA or have earlier been funded and completed in previous years, and yet again appear in the 2026 NEP. Second, duplicated projects with the exact same location or station number and the exact same phase or package number appearing in the same NEP. Third, projects with up to 9 phases, all budgeted in the same NEP, in the 2026 NEP. And fourth, again, the provinces which are most flood-prone are again not the provinces that are allocated with the most number or the most amount of funding in the 2026 NEP, especially with regards to flood control. In response to all of these findings, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has ordered a sweeping review of the DPWH budget and has pledged independent investigations and possible prosecutions. Secretary Vince Dizon, in assuming leadership on September 1, 2025, initiated immediate and decisive reforms. He requested courtesy resignations from all undersecretaries, assistant secretaries, division heads, and regional directors and district engineers, and pledged to permanently blacklist contractors responsible for ghost or substandard projects. Concurrently, the Commission on Audit has launched a performance audit of flood control projects, while the Department of Finance has also moved to implement tighter scrutiny and consolidation of flood control initiatives to ensure transparency and efficiency. Ang pagdinig po na ito ay hindi lamang tungkol sa mga numero. Ito po ay patungkol sa pagpapanumbalik ng tiwala ng publiko, pagtiyak sa maayos na pagpopondo at paghahatid ng mga infrastruktura na tunay na tumutugon sa mga pangangailangan ng ating mga kababayan. Today, as chairperson of the Committee on Appropriations, I call on all of us here to approach today's hearing with candor, integrity, and urgency. Let us critically evaluate the following. First, what structural reforms are needed within the DPWH to guarantee accountability and responsiveness? Paano po natin sisiguraduhin na mananagot ang mga opisyal at personalidad sa loob at labas ng ahensya na sangkot sa mga anomalya? At mas mahalaga, paano po natin aayusin ang sistema para po siguraduhin na hindi na po mauulit ang mga ganitong insidente? Ikalawa, papaano po natin i-overhaul? Ano po ang pangangailangan? Ano po yung kailangang ayusin sa 2026 NEP o sa proposal na proposed budget ng DPWH upang siguraduhin na mapupunta po ang mga proyekto at ang pondo sa pinaka-kailangan ng mga proyekto at pinaka-kailangan ng mga lugar. At ikatlo, patungkol po sa usapin ng flood control. Paano po natin sisiguraduhin na tanging ang pinaka-critical lamang ng mga flood control projects ang mapopondohan? Let's take out the subjectiveness on project identification. Instead, let us use an objective criteria by setting clear parameters, ensuring that all projects that will be funded under the 2026 NEP are based on clear feasibility studies and are based on science, based on facts. Let us use a science-based approach. In order to rationalize the funding of flood control projects for 2026, I am strongly advocating for the use of Project NOAA, or the Nationwide Operational Assessment of Standards under the UP Resilience Institute, as the main determinant for identifying which flood control projects should be allowed for funding in the 2026 budget. Only those indicated as red zones, as per the flood hazard map of Project NOAA, should be allowed. What are red zones? These are areas posing high risk of fatality, either high flood waters or flood water levels or high velocity of water flows. Ibig sabihin po, kung ano lamang po ang mga proyekto na kasama sa red zones at kung ano lamang po ang kasama sa proposal ng DPWH na nanggagaling po sa mga na nakabase po sa feasibility studies at galing po, endorsed po ng Regional Development Council ang dapat pondohan. Lahat po ng labas dito, tatanggalin po natin sa flood control para sa taong 2026. The Filipino people, and especially those most vulnerable to flooding, deserve institutions that protect, empower, and respect them. The gravity of the allegations and ongoing investigations demands nothing less than a clear plan, one that cuts inefficiency, banishes corruption, and rebuilds confidence in public infrastructure. Kailangan po nating tiyakin, lahat po tayo na narito ngayong araw, kailangan po nating tiyakin na bawat sentimo na ating pong ipagkakatiwala sa DPWH ay mapupunta lamang sa mga proyekto at mga lugar na talagang kinakailangan ng ating mga kababayan. Maraming salamat po at simulan